All right, and we're back with round 4, Chase's downfall.
Yes, so far he is at 3-0. Um, three very good games. Last game was just unfortunate the way that Chase had his board set up. The other guy kind of didn't have a chance,
Yeah.
but we'll see how this one goes.
So this one's going to be Chase versus Vinny, someone who is a little bit new to us at the scene. Um, no idea what we could say about him in terms of his playstyle or anything like that. So let's just
I
get
know.
into it.
Sounds good. Rolling off. No idea what that was.
No.
I guess we'll find out.
Are we
Five
using
pieces,
dice
seven
here?
cards.
Is that what I'm seeing?
Looks
Everything
like it.
is.
I am recording these locally, and then I'm
All
gonna
right, so it looks like Vinny is going first.
I'm gonna make a new one, or if I'm just going to throw them up on my
But they are
personal.
individual dice, so
Definitely let the Facebook group
Still
and it looks like we
technically
have a
unknown. Not a huge deal, but
yeah.
does provide the potential for disastrous situations and unfortunate decision making.
Yeah, I do see. We do have several players who use dice on our scene. Nobody really calls
Join
them
the
out on it, and I haven't
demonetization.
really seen an issue with it. But there is a big possibility for it.
Yes, there is a reason why that is in the regulations. Did they mulligan?
Looks like both players did mulligan. I didn't even get a chance to really look to see what Chase had.
Kitty situation to sort out.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure, kitty.
I know that problem very well.
Good luck.
All right, so now they are stuck with these hands. No more going back. This is what you get.
Only one mulligan in Keyforge. You lose one card and then you're stuck with what you get.
Oh, let's see. And I saw in Chase's hand, he's already got his Chota.
Not ideal for an opening hand, I think.
Oh, but here we go.
Pingle
Pringle right
Pringle
up.
Noise.
Yeah,
That's like
right up.
that's auto cannon on a creature, right?
Yes, and it's only opponents or enemy, I should say. So that's a good one to have out at the get go.
And a Schuler.
So Pingle will annoy Schuler.
Be me passing to you, sir.
And that's another creature that I don't have many decks with him in it, but when I see it, I'm happy.
It's good to have a card that just gets value every turn. Smash comes out, stunning Schuler. And who is that? Is that
I think
Crump?
that's a Crump. It's a Crump, and we've got a Fire Spitter. So he's already building his board up.
So Crump, of course, is if he gets a kill and survives the fight, he will cost the opponent 1 amber. Is that true?
That is correct. And then we do have Smash, who obviously came out and stuns a creature. Um, and then we've got the Fire Spitter, who has one of the few Brobnar with armor. He's got the 1 armor on, and then he has before the fight deal 1 to everything, which is nice.
Everything or every enemy creature?
I'm sorry, every enemy.
It's a very crucial distinction in Keyforge, because we have things that go both ways.
This is very true.
Stun. Mind bar.
Mind Bar. To make Mr.
Mind Barb's
Vinny drop a card.
always a valuable card. Let's see if he can pull something good. Pulls a Dodger.
That's alright. That's
No,
5
it's-
damage he doesn't have to deal with anymore.
Exactly, and a potential steal. And since we've seen Chase's deck multiple times, I mean, the fight effect against a bunch of Mars creatures can happen multiple times with the Dodger.
Super not good.
Chase declaring that the situation is not ideal. I think we can see that.
We're gonna play Control the Weak and call Dis. Alright. Gaining an Ember. And I'm gonna pop the Life Ward. You cannot play creatures next turn.
Ooh.
All right, that's
Must
a
play
pretty
these.
solid.
And that will
Cannot
be
play these
passing to you,
creatures.
sir.
I'm going to choose House East. And let's see. Why not? Well, shoot it back in your hand. That can't possibly bite us later. And then we're ready and draw 2. Go.
And that was it. He just had free.
I'm going
That was good to stop his momentum going a little bit, but
Go Mars.
Most importantly, it gives Chase a chance to get a few cards in hand and then deal with the situation. Buys a little time.
Play Dominate.
exactly.
Pingle breaks on the armor. Play a Marauder. Take small.
Yeah, and see, and also with all these,
I'm going to play Martian Hounds, and we will say that the
Hey.
Dominator is going to get 2.
Turn that Pingle around. Because Pingle was able to damage the Marauder, Martian Hounds were able to sniff it out.
Me
Get
pass
some
on to you.
+1 counters put onto the Dominator.
With Shadow.
and that is one thing with his small Mars creatures and having Pingle out there. I mean, that's definitely,
Let's have their health.
yeah, I was gonna say that's definitely. Oh,
Gain 1.
Oh no. Lights out to put them right back where they came from. This time no Hounds though.
yeah, that's unfortunate to lose those plus counters. Ah, yes, looks like Vinny is using the multicolor crystal pack that I saw.
Technically, that is fully within the possibilities of the lore. Amber comes in many colors.
Exactly.
As far as we know. It hasn't been officially stated, but from what we can see from depictions of Amber, it seems to be very colorful.
Well, and I may or may not have been rewarded, or not really rewarded, I should say, but
Vindicated?
commended on me using non-orange yellow amber
Oh, that's true.
by somebody in the FFG family.
Yes, indeed. Your Amber is very striking. Always makes me thirsty for Kool-Aid, though.
I could see that.
Oh, some decent boys here to get fed into the grinder.
Yeah, this is, as I say, Chase is definitely behind on board. Being behind on board in a situation like this is just never good.
You know, an interesting thing about the Swiss format that these tournaments are run in is that if you win 3 times in a row, you are now going against the best of the best in the room. Swiss format pairs winners against winners, and players who are defeated get a little reprieve.
Yes, during this tournament I was down at the fun tables.
Oh, fun too.
The fun tables, because I was at I think at this rate I was at 1 and 2, so I was facing other 1 and 2 opponents. Very good last game I had. So
It's very important to note that they are the fun tables because fun actually does happen.
Everybody ready?
So once again, the board gets bigger and Chase's board gets smaller.
yes, and then now we actually have a grenade snib out there.
Just in case Chase was thinking about making progress.
Exactly. That's gonna, when that gets destroyed one way or another, he's gonna lose 2 amber. And I'll tell you, bringing out his big boys, they're coming out stunned.
Zorg doesn't have armor, right?
Zorg does not have armor.
There are only so many times you can send these back to Chase's hand, though.
This
He's
is
gonna have to
true.
deal with them a little more finally. What are you doing?
Same. I was gonna say we haven't seen much shadows out of him, so this this Brobnar board is just scary.
Play Relentless Whispers to gain 1, deal 2 to the Marauder, steal 1.
The Whisper
So-
of the Week.
And then we'll follow it up with
Oh, Ghostly Hand to steal that last one.
Ah,
It's always great to see Ghostly Hand actually go off.
yeah. I mean, it's so valuable just to play for the 2, but when you get that extra one, it's like, ah,
1 to Zorg.
Yeah, you feel like you won the lottery a little bit, where you're like, all right, I actually got this in the right situation.
and it is in the house that does all the stealing, so they don't have to naturally be at 1, you can get them there.
This is true, and
You can
that's
solve
happened
that.
to me multiple times.
We're gonna go.
Yeah, check quite a bit. We got what's
What you
1,
got,
2, 3,
Chase?
4, 5,
We're
6,
gonna go Untamed.
7, 8 maybe.
believe
Yeah,
from
he's
what
gonna
we've
bring out
seen
his
in
Chota.
Chase's deck tonight, he doesn't have much in the way of amber control. He wants to be the one who's winning, not the one who's trying to prevent the other opponent.
Yeah, and it seems like whenever he starts controlling the board, he does much better.
Snufflegator.
So he needs to get his board built and not
Way
destroyed
there.
by
He's a very, very furry
Vinny's
Snufflegator.
board here.
We're gonna play Grasping Vines to send your artifacts back to your deck in the following order. Seeker Needle on the bottom.
To hand.
Oh, hand. Sorry.
Yep.
I was thinking of.
Oh, he was thinking about barehanded.
Yes.
Barehanded sends both opponents back to the top of their deck. And I never really thought about specifying the order on that one.
Oh, Aaron
when I
thought
play
about
it.
it. He thought about it a lot. I had a deck with like, I don't know, 7 artifacts. And I had to sit there as he decided what order I was going to get them back in.
Well, that's
That is me passing to you. Go ahead, forge your key.
yeah, I never really thought about that. I always just had him scoop it and put it back. Tell you, that's one of the great things about this game is watching somebody else play, is you can pick up on that small stuff that you may not have thought about.
We'll play 3 fates.
The 3 fates.
Those 2.
Oh, it gets rid of both of his big boys.
I didn't want them anyway.
So typical.
They just caught
Removed
me by
before they were
the
even
line of
unstunned.
efficiency.
Such is the life of immersion.
Ooh, we played that wrong. Oh well. Draw up a pit demon. Sure.
Oh,
I noticed-
I see how he played that wrong. Okay. Yeah, he just said that he had played it wrong.
Yeah.
He does have a hand of dis
Just you watch
in
me.
his hand,
I'm gonna get a key.
which would take out a non-flank creature, but now
1.
both of those are on the flank.
Okay. I see.
What's
But
well,
that would
I still
changed the 3
He's a
fates.
smart man.
I'm just saying that at that point, if it would have changed the 3 fates, one of his Brobnar guys would have had to go down. So
Hand.
And maybe he wouldn't even have cared, because so far he's got this nice Broudnar board and he's just not using it.
true.
Succubus.
Seeing Pingle go down is always good.
Another one.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't
Okay.
didn't snipe the grenade snib.
I wonder why.
Dominator Bobble.
Grenade snibs have a way of
Shota for a fight.
sorting themselves out, though.
Dominator Bobble to.
Yeah, who do you go after? You gotta go after the pit demon.
Go after Pit Demon.
Of course, it's the one that can take away your progress.
That would be me passing to you.
Making a lot of use out of that double Dominator bubble combo again.
And I'll tell you what, Snufflegator with Way of the Bear seems to be a very good combo, and with that, with the Dominator Bobble, he seems to be just making the best he can with that situation.
This has assault 2.
Yeah.
So what is our current situation? He's ahead by a key and half a key.
Yep, and Chase only has 4 amber right now.
Play Gauntlet.
We're a solid 6 amber up on Vinny's side.
Yep.
And it looks like the board's about to go in his favor as well.
Yeah, seeing that Snufflegator go down, I'm sure Chase was not happy. Yeah, he's going to run that snib into the succubus there to lose 2 for Chase.
Succubus, I do not draw. So go ahead.
Succubus still hanging in there. Costs Vinny a card. Something. I'm seeing a lot of Martians in Chase's hand.
Yes,
Dominator.
bringing out of that Dominator, another one. Protecting those small guys.
Grabber Jammer. We're gonna pop the life ward. You cannot play creatures next turn.
Ooh,
Yeah,
excellent timing for that life ward.
That would be
Yeah, he's been getting pretty good timing out of that today. Once his opponent's board is cleared, he seems to be able to get a play down. Oh,
The Lash of Broken Dream and a gateway to
just
Dis.
couldn't let me have one.
well, that's
So-
sad.
All the creatures dead. Chase's attempt at developing a board shot down.
2 and lose a cheat. Go with it.
Wonder how long Vinny had been holding on to that gateway, just waiting for a for his own board to go down and waiting for Chase to try and get back up.
And I believe he's looking for something for his mimicry.
Thank you. I'm going to go Untamed.
Untamed?
To play Perilous Wilds
Yep.
for the Emperor. Yep. You're going to kill all the elusive creatures. So
Now,
elusive,
see, and
we
that's
can't
something
even
I
see
may
them.
have held on to, knowing he's got shadows.
That's
Then I'm
true.
actually elusive creature.
Alright.
There are also a couple useful elusive creatures in
That's what he
Beast.
used.
I will go with Shadows.
This is
Drumroll.
true.
I too
A Sage
play
Rumble.
elusive creature. Urchin, steal one.
A little urchin.
Nerve Blast. Steal one, deal two.
Oh, poor Dew Fairy didn't make it very long.
And Secret Needle.
Every amber, every creature getting shot down.
Ready, draw three, lose a champion.
That's
And check.
Oops.
Running into games like this where you can't develop a board and you really want to, sometimes it can just be frustrating.
Yes, there's a lot to be said for player skill. We talked about that in one of the previous games where it was really exemplified. This may be one where it's just a bad matchup to how the decks are playing. Not a lot of decision making you could even do here.
You just this deck to be a pretty
Alright, man.
kind of chase.
Oops.
That's me.
So, oh,
With Rob
Hold on a moment there, Andy. We're having a bad connection here in Discord.
Play War Drummer.
Let me try refreshing it. Maybe that.
me.
Play Smith to gain one and then 2 more.
We'll see if that did anything. What's up, Andy?
I want to fight with Urchin. Oh, ready and. That is a word.
Are you still with us, Andy?
Ready and
Oh,
fight
no.
with
Alright.
Ash
While we wait for
Succubus.
Andy to rejoin us with a solid connection. What actually is happening here? It's just
Ready, draw three, lose
a lot of beatdown.
and check.
Check
What was
for, I
that?
believe, key number 2. Are you back with us, Andy?
I am, yes.
There we go. All nice and solid. So Chase, still at no keys and basically no amber. As Vinny has worked his way up to the amber for his second key. Chase looking for something to mimic again, I believe. But what is going to save him from this? He has so much ground to make up for. Plus there's a lash to increase that distance even further.
Yes.
We're going to go Untamed. We're going to play the Common Cold.
The common cold.
Yep.
That'll take out the poor little urchin. No immune system. Not enough vitamins in his diet.
I'm going to play Word of Returning. Give me all of my Ember back.
No amber on the field for that word of retorting. That's usually the case.
Mimicry.
Hey, it did work the other game.
Relentless Whispers.
Chooses Relentless Whispers for the mimicry.
Deal two, steal one.
That's the.
That's a pretty decent one to
deal
choose.
two, steal one. We're gonna kill Smash.
Alright.
Stealing one.
Finishes off the smash using the damage that was already on it.
It does.
Right.
Alright, Chase, you've got something now. It's a little more even on the field.
That would be me.
Not
passing to you,
not
sir.
really even on the amber situation, but we'll get there.
We're gonna go with Robnar.
Sure.
Gonna play Headhunter.
Yeah.
Andrew Cheatham.
Sure.
Ready and fight. Correct.
There it is.
Get these
As Headhunter survived the fight, he gains an amber.
with Goblin. Three for Andrew Cheatham.
Yep.
So we just did a trick there really quickly. Would you like to explain the trick for us, Andy?
I'm sorry, I'm actually lost where we're at.
I see. So We are at 19 minutes and 25 seconds.
Okay.
And he just had the Ginger Chieftain get ready and fight with the Gauntlet of Command, but of course the Ginger Chieftain had no targets to fight and was able to reap instead. As in Keyforge, we do as much as we can of the effect. So he couldn't do the fight part, but he could do the ready part, which means you've just got a ready Brobnar after that on a Brobnar turn.
Shuffling my deck.
Yes, and so since he's ready, he can reap.
The second key goes down, and he's well on his way to the third. Come on, Chase.
Yeah, as I was saying, Chase is sitting in. Does he have enough amber for his next or for his first key?
It looks like he's got 6.
And I'll tell you, it's always just discouraging to see you have to shuffle before that first key.
It's not a good sign.
No, it's not a good sign.
You didn't gain one from Headhunter.
I didn't gain one. I gained one from reaping.
So you gained one from fighting with
sorry.
Headhunter.
Uh-oh. Alright, Chase. Either you take him off the key, or it's GG.
Exactly. Yeah, he's into some problems here.
Can I shuffle for another half an hour?
I was gonna say, yeah, he's playing the stall game at this point.
Well, unfortunately, going to time isn't going to help him either. The rules would just declare that he lost immediately.
Exactly.
I get a key.
You got a key, Chase.
All
It's
right.
not all bad.
I was gonna say, at least getting that one.
I've seen worse defeats.
You're at 7.
Yep.
And
There we go. He does have a card. Looks like that can get him off.
actually, that was
For a
not
turn?
horrible
No?
game on my part.
He
The deck you have is
chooses to drop it there.
Well, how many does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he has 7.
Yeah,
So even playing that grabber jammer down,
wasn't going to be enough.
no, was not.
So Chase
But-
concedes, misses out on his chance of going undefeated that night. Could have had first place.
But he did still end up getting some chains on that big old 3-1, because that was a chain bound sealed.
That's true. And also some amber. Amber shards. One for participating and another one for each win you manage to get. So it's not all about winning. You still get something just for coming out.
Yep, and also the 4 shards are almost worth it.
Well, that's it for our session of casting. We had 4 rounds to cover, and we got through all of them.
Yes, it was a good time, good games to see. Definitely, well, see more later.
Yeah, definitely thought-provoking. I think we both got something out of this from looking back on these games.
Yes, it actually is I think it's a benefit to go back and look at some games, watch other people play, pick up some tricks you may not have realized. So.
All right, so this is Danii and Andy, and we'll be signing off.
Have a good one.